Do you ever find yourself wondering, I wish I could spin to win like Whirlwind Bar, but on a Demon Hunter, well, you're in luck for Season 21, Patch 269. It's basically spin to win on Demon Hunter now. They changed the set to basically a full strafe build. All you have to do is tap your generator in between strafing, kind of like how Whirlwind Barbs will tap Rend in between whirlwinding. It's there, it's done. You have it now. The Tasmanian Devil John Wick of destruction. This build is crazy fast. All right, we've been clocking in 1-minute and 20-second T16s with bad maps. We did a bunch of tests yesterday. It's looking really good for this build, and it can only go up from here. There's no way it's gonna get nerfed. We're gonna cover the set today so you guys can see how the function is, but I wanna show the gameplay first. Yeah, 1-minute and 20-second runs with 800 Paragon, no augments. You know me, I always usually test at really low levels and then test at high levels for the pushes, just to kind of get a both. You have your gold wrap, your average spend, you're picking up globes across the map. It's just so infinite toughness. It's a really fun build to play, and it's pretty badass. So as you can see in the footage right here, it just slaps. Also, if you want to go into GR speeds, like for greater rifts, again, you just focus on the shields. I have all the builds on my website, so just check the website for everything. We're using Fortress Ballista and Taeguk because we need a little bit more damage when we're doing like 90s and things like that. And like I said, things can get better. There's no way it's gonna get nerfed, at least seemingly no way, right? We're also using Hungering Arrow in every aspect. I did go back and forth between different runes, but Hungering Arrow just seems to be the most consistent and hit the hardest. Yeah, you can take this GR build into bounties. I'll try to custom make a bounty build as well and put that on the site. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, you're not relying on Ingeom. All you have to do is do your initial little few shots, you build up your momentum stacks, and then you're good to go. And then you just kind of keep it up by tapping your generator in between strafe, and that'll also keep up F and R for you as well. So there's tons of variations. We're gonna talk about what could be. It's still the early PTR. I mean, there's a week left in the PTR as of right now, but I will definitely keep the build updated with the latest version. So the build, they did a lot of bug fixes. So a lot of the things that didn't work with the 4-piece now work on the new set. It's the God set, the Gears of the Dreadlands set. So a lot of the things on the 4-piece work. Let's cover the current version of the set. Gain 4 seconds of momentum when attacking with a primary skill at a maximum 20 seconds duration. So the set used to do 100% damage on the 2-piece, now it does 200% damage. It's also easier to build stacks, and it takes longer for them to go away. So all you have to do is kind of, as you're strafing, if you want to keep it up, right? All you have to do is maybe hold down, force stand still, and shoot, or just target a mob. So you just like that. You almost can't even tell. People are like, are you using your generator blood? Yeah, you almost can't even see it because it's just so fast. And the 4-piece, strafing against enemies will automatically shoot your last to use primary skill. So you can totally go dual gen now. Then you use your generator, and then now you're gonna be entangling shot at everything. So you can see everything's getting chains everywhere. I don't particularly like entangling shot because it's not consistent. It only does 4 mobs, but you can see it's shooting it out constantly. There's a lot more than 4, you know, but it's just not as consistent as like Echoing Fury. I'm in the Echoing Fury camp. I might get on board with the dual gen pretty soon, and then you can jump out, and then you can start DPSing, like that, right? We talked about how you can use Entangling Shot and Odyssey's End to chain all the mobs and get that extra damage bonus for Hungering Arrow. We can also group them up with bolas. There's plenty of room in the build to work with, and I'll show you. So you use a bola, you strafe, and then now it's constantly pulling them together, which is great for Hungering Arrow. You can see it looks crazy, right? It's just constantly triggering and pulling them together. So this is great because you want enemies tightly packed with Hungering Arrow if possible, because it does so much damage as it's traveling through them. This is pretty great. Hungering Arrow does 70% consecutive damage for each pierce. So if you can like pull them as you're kiting, you know, you're spinning and kiting, if you can funnel them in a line so it can pierce through them and it comes right back. So I try to get them in a line. If you can group them up with bolas, that's good. Wudijo was using Essa Johan, I believe. You can use that as you're attacking. It groups them all up, and then boom, it hits through all of them. I like Flavor of Time, and this is my favorite setup right here, basically. Let me switch to it, the main push build. I'm in the Echoing Fury camp, and I just think you get consistent damage throughout the Rift. How you play the build, basically, is you are keeping up your buffs, obviously. Like, I'm using Boar Companion for a little bit more tankiness, but I might switch to Wolf as well. And Smokescreen, when you're strafing, is nice, right? It makes you vanish for 1 second. And so keep up your buffs, keep up Fan of Knives. Bladed Armor gives you 40% armor. You're already close anyway to the mobs. So as you're spinning, you're just debuffing them right there. You could also use Numbing Traps to give you more damage reduction when you're using Fan of Knives, which I'm considering. Maybe on softcore I would drop awareness and then go that route. But, you know, I play a lot of hardcore, so I'm thinking about that. I think Leech is really good because you're constantly attacking, you're getting that life per kill. Cold of the Week, more damage, and Ambush hits really hard above 75% HP. So basically, you just make sure you have 20 momentum stacks, make sure you have your buffs up, hold down strafe, and tap your generator like this. And, you know, go to Oculus Rings. If it's hard for you to control in an Oculus Ring, you can stop and attack, as long as you strafe for a second every 5 seconds, right? Because we're trying to keep up FNR, we're trying to keep up our set bonus. It's a really beautiful synergy with Focus and Restraint. Everything kind of works together. Obviously, as you're doing all this, make sure you try to line them up. So like, here's a line of people right here. It's almost like playing Impale over penetration. Yeah, I would probably line them up to try to hit these two like this. That way it hits more and comes back and gets a bigger buff. But obviously you want more density. It'd be better like this, so you can hit all of them in a line and they come back. And the more tighter packed they are, the more it kind of goes through, like you get more density, more enemies. So definitely a little mob manipulation there. I think with this setup, we had, you can see right now I have less than 7,000 main stat and 100 gem levels, no augments, anything like that. We just bodied a GR 105. It performs really well at a low level. And again, like the push setup has so many variations. I don't really know what's going to be the best, but this Echoing Fury version has been my favorite. You know, we got the Bola, we got the dual gen with Odyssey's End. Some people are using Polar Station to give us more damage reduction. Polar Station has a 25% damage reduction rune, so it just helps you, you know, line them up and survive as you're spinning at a higher level. I'm definitely going to see what we like, what works the best, and keep it updated for you guys. That's pretty much what the website is an ongoing tier list and ongoing, you know, build library for everybody. With this like low gear level, like, so I could probably do like a 115, maybe at least 110, if you could, based on the progression that you guys are seeing now. So you'd be really strong if you went with this next season. And I'm going to be playing hardcore with this set next season as well. I usually play all the classes, but I'll probably start Demon Hunter or Necromancer. I haven't decided fully. You want to use all diamonds in your gear and a green gem in your weapon. Simplicities, Stricken, Trapped. They also buffed the Hunter's Wrath, if you guys are wondering. If you're watching this in the future season and you skipped the patch notes, yeah, they has a 200% multiplier on Hunter's Wrath now, so that's really cool. Hungering Arrow Quiver got 600% multiplier, so it's pretty awesome stuff right there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. If you're playing this in season 21, I hope you have a badass season, man. It's a pretty cool set overall, and the art style too is really dope. It has like this steampunk, like Dreadlands, maybe like Borderlands type of wasteland type theme with the gears on the side. Pretty cool. We also got our new game director, the guy who basically, I think he's the main game director for Diablo. Our franchise director, I guess, was from Gears of War. So Rod Ferguson. So yeah, it could be inspired a little bit, right? A little Gears of War, Gears of the Dreadlands. It could be something similar to that. So pretty dope set overall. You guys will have a lot of fun. I'll be playing it. You can play alongside me in the season. Shout out to all the patrons who support these videos and all that stuff. Really appreciate it. Been doing YouTube for 6 years, and it means a lot. You guys have a good day. Peace out.